My name is Justin Moore, and this is my Communications 101 speech on anxiety and depression increase during COVID-19. This is my audience right here. And this is my note card that I will be using. To begin, imagine you're getting ready for a long day after a long weekend, dreading going to work or school. You quickly glance through your social media and you see that the world is going into a total lockdown. A week later, everyone was speculating that COVID-19 would cause a 2-week shutdown, but little did they know it would last over a year. Many people, regardless of their job status, whether they got sick from COVID-19 or were still about to face a crisis they were not expecting. While the world was in a global pandemic due to the COVID-19 virus, there was a 25% increase in depression and anxiety worldwide, even if you were not physically affected by the virus. For those unfamiliar, people all around the world faced many new challenges that were unexpected to them. These include isolation from the outside world, gaps in education, and about their financial situation. With that being said, let's first focus on global isolation. Many individuals, regardless if they were an introvert or extrovert, quickly found out that being locked inside their homes was not all it seemed to be. An article from 2020 written by Huang Zhongyang from the International Psychogenics Association found that older adults were also more vulnerable to social isolation and loneliness, as they functionally were very dependent on the family members and they were supported by their services. Many older people had a higher chance of getting diagnosed with anxiety and depression due to their loneliness during COVID-19 lockdown, as they were not able to socialize with family members and even individuals they would talk to regularly. Their daily routines were taken away, whether it was them going to the movies with friends, going to the recreational center to play cards, or even just going on walks together. With the global isolation effect on older people due to their inability to interact with others, many youths were affected by their gap in education. While the world was freshly new to the lockdown in 2020, the youth of our world were struggling with not being able to attend school. A study was conducted on December 8, 2025 by Maya Brownstein, which states the proportion of children with a mental health diagnosis increased from 2.8 to 3.5% over the study period. But children whose schools reopened had decreased mental health diagnosis relative to children whose schools remained closed. Many children who were unable to attend school during the lockdown had an increased chance of mental health diagnoses. This could be caused by not able to interact with others or even feeling like you are going to be behind in school when you return. While many kids do not look forward to going to school every day, many of them realize that not attending increases their chance of anxiety and depression due to them not being physically present with other kids just like them. Schools were able to start teaching online, but too many were not going to solve the mental health issues that started during the educational gap. The youths during COVID-19 lockdown were undergoing the mental health challenges of not attending school in person, but the adults were placed in financial situations they were not ready for. Adults during COVID-19 lockdown faced many challenges, but the one that increased their anxiety and depression rate the most was their financial situation. Ronald Williams II conducted a study in 2020 and found that more than 30% of the U.S. adults reported they have been faced with negative economic effects from the coronavirus pandemic, a significant higher percentage than any other in any other countries. These effects include being able to pay for basic necessities like food, heat, rent, using what's most personal savings, or borrowing money or taking out of a loan. When trying to provide for a family or even yourself is hard as it is, adults during the lockdown faced a great deal of stress from either losing their job or not having enough income anymore to pay their living necessities. The loss of people's jobs made many adults stress whether or not they would have a home anymore. This caused an increase in anxiety and depression due to them not having a steady income or just not even knowing what would happen when they ran out of money. Today, I have discussed with you how the COVID-19 lockdown caused an increase in stress among adults and the youth from financial burdens, a gap in education, and isolation from the outside world. Before we finish up, I want you to think about what we were doing during the COVID-19 lockdown. Did you ever feel like you had depression or anxiety from any of the points we talked about today? During that time, if you're going through anything we discussed, I want you to feel proud that we all made it through the global shutdown. You all went through something that has never happened before in our lifetime, and no matter what, you can say you lived through the COVID-19 global pandemic. Thank you very much.